Hey my friends, welcome to Pohina Channeled Messages. We are here today. It's a full moon for me, but this reading is good for whenever you see it. We do tarot here as well as we'll do some channeled messages in a second. This is just a general reading. If you're seeing this, it might be for you. It is not for everyone. Not every message will be for everyone, so as always, take what resonates. This is a collective message. I will try to keep it a little bit general and look at different possibilities for different folks. So I'm just going to try to tap into the energy of this collective. Hi guys, how are you doing? Let me know in the comments if you feel like it. We got Devil at the bottom of the deck. That's interesting. So like I said, this will be a general reading, and I think I'm going to do these once per month or so. So it's good for the month that you're seeing it, if that makes sense, but it is timeless. And I'll give you a little more introduction. This is a sister channel to my other work. Pohina Apothecary, so if you're interested in that and you want to support that channel, please join there. And I think I'm going to do elemental readings here as well. So for fire sign, water sign, I think I'm going to keep it elemental. That'll be a little easier for me just for now, but we'll see what happens in the future. I'm just getting back into this after a long break, so I might experiment a little bit, but I really appreciate you subscribing if things start to resonate for you. And also if you're interested in Hawaiian culture as well as a little bit of Celtic culture, that is part of my background and some of the spiritual perspectives we take here. And I am from the United States. Something called to tell me to say that to you. So we also do like kind of modern energy that way, eclectic, what have you. All are welcome here. When we do gender, it's fluid. When we do personalities, if you hear a sign or a symbol, it could be a little different. Interesting. Okay. A little passionate. All right. Well, I'm gonna stop blabbing. Just gonna ask for energy of guardians, guides, ancestors, the highest one, the most potent, peaceful, protective spiritual energies for this collective to come through in this reading today. This is a general reading for this month-long period. Should I take them? I'm gonna take them. So Temperance came out in the Knight of Cups right away. So we're definitely looking at a balance of the minds and of the energy bodies and some news around emotions. I like to pull a whole lot of cards out and then we'll look at it. And I read very intuitively. If it's not for you, it's not for you. You'll see me do a lot of random stuff. That's just my style. I listen to my intuition when I'm reading. And it usually doesn't lead me astray. Uh-oh. So we've got a lot of stuff going on with big energy, big emotional energy, guys, and a lot of big spiritual energy already coming out for you. Ooh. This is more than a month, I'm hearing. like this is your message for this month. However, it's very important for you to realize, I don't want to take this card. I freaking hate when I see cards I don't like. Sorry, I'm such a cheater. I have to put it in the I don't like it pile, you guys. I'm so sorry. Sorry, ancestors. We'll still talk about it. This one I can keep, even though it's also awful. Don't worry also, my friends, if one of the things I experience when I'm doing readings is, okay, we'll put it back, is the tarot has a lot of intense, sometimes negative symbols within it. And it was made at a time when there was a lot going on. It was kind of like dark era, Black Plague kind of vibes. So for me personally as a practitioner, sometimes I get a little stressed out with some of the symbols. So we also have these other decks that we're going to be pulling for other channel messages. Yeah, Devil. I'm just like intuitively grabbing Devil card a little bit. Ace of Swords. Should I pull? Oh wait. We'll do some clarifiers if we need to. So again, the first cards that pulled out that I was told to talk about, it's really the Knight of Cups is central to this issue. So there is an energy, I'm hearing it's outside of yourself. It's a very immature, emotional energy. For a lot of you, it's a profession of love. For some, it might be a job offer of some sort. You don't like it. This card, I was like, I don't want to talk about it. This is not someone you want, I'm hearing, even though it's nice. It's a nice gesture. It's a very immature energy that's at the heart of this. Unfortunately, I'm also seeing, fortunately, unfortunately, there are also a lot of symbols around being strong. I'm hearing called to talk about the Strength card here. This person, either they remind you of something, yeah, they're coming in to offer you something, and I'm hearing it's tempting, but it's so shallow. A lot of women in the dating scene will say stuff like, you don't deserve crumbs, you deserve a meal. Hi baby, don't mind my child, she'll be in and out. There was a tower moment. I'm gonna keep this a non-linear reading as far as time goes. What's wrong, babes? Sometimes she comes and it's so annoying, but like it's because she has things to do, but it's also because she's naughty. So I hope you don't mind her watching over. What do you think, girl? What do you want us to talk about? The Fool. You and possibly someone in the past had, I'm seeing a really beautiful relationship. I just said time is non-linear, but you have a bit of a timeline. But it's important to remember whatever we talk about when it comes to time, it could expand, contract, or kind of be the opposite of something, of what you think it is. There is a vision. It might even be a vision, because I don't want it to seem like, oh, you had the best perfect relationship in your past, because that would imply it's not in your future. I want to say, like, this is like something you visualized, like you were planning at some point maybe for like this happily ever after. We've got the Sun card, the Ten of Cups, the Fool, and the Eight of Pentacles. So really like working on your plan for this like happy family, happily ever after. I'm seeing it. There was also a death of this and a new trajectory that things took. Okay, we're gonna read it in a timeline, I guess. Thank you, my friend, for helping me out. It caused you to look at things in a different way of temperance, right? Like maybe this was like this fantasy of happily ever after. Something shifts, maybe a literal death in the family. Death card is not literal, but I'm hearing for some, like somebody may have even passed away. It affected you. It shifted the way you think about your career, your finances, and not just this. It's not just whatever this is. I'm hearing it's nightmarish. Oh, sorry guys. There was something really anxiety provoking that disrupted this dream for you. King of Swords. In this story, whatever is going on here, I'm hearing a lot of past stuff happening. But in the past and currently, we also have a major King of Swords energy popping up with this Temperance. This, I'm hearing, is someone outside of yourself, potentially, more than yourself. There's a harshness. Oh, we've got Queen of Swords here too. someone is being very harsh on you, or like I'm hearing a child in your family even. There's someone, they could be a boss, could be a principal, somebody in a position of authority is feeling like, ooh, for some of you it could even be like a parent of this person. Anyway, there's someone in an authoritarian position. They're on the outside looking in, they're not really close to you, but they're sort of overseeing everything, and they've got a lot of opinions. They're kind of nosy, actually. That's not everyone is. Okay, maybe that's, sometimes our own energy comes through, so I try to just read for you guys and keep the parts for myself just internally. But you're feeling this, even if you're not conscious of this person and you don't know. I was like, I don't want this card. It's an uncomfortable card, the Nine of Wands. It's definitely like you've gotten some hard lessons won with this nonsense energy I'm hearing. Where's that from? Nonsense energy. I'm not seeing that. I kind of want to pull some more. I know I haven't talked about every single thing here. The Magician towards the end. You're going to harness this anxiety energy, this toiling energy, this, I'm hearing betrayal. I don't see that as the cards, but there's a tower here a tower and a Nine of Swords that is sort of implying at least like severe disruption. Like, it's kind of stressful, honestly. And for some of you, this might be coming in your future a little bit. Always a warning whenever we say that, like, it'll be okay. If you experience a tower, please remember they are not always negative, even though most people kind of think of it that way. And if you have like difficulty sleeping or anxious thoughts, there's a call to really focus on, again, this Temperance energy and also the High Priestess. Both these cards have like a lot of balance to them. And I'm hearing like balancing yourself, maybe even, oh, I heard working with the Orishas. Wow, that's really specific for someone, especially if you're of African descent. Yeah, work with your gods, whatever culture you're from. But there might be a little bit of anxiety. I'm hearing, ooh, what's this energy? Wow, I like the touch stuff. Why is this positive? Oh, you're gonna get some prophetic dreams. Wow, there's gonna maybe be a night, multiple like anxiety dream. I'm sorry, like multiple anxious thoughts that are actually premonitions for you. I'm so sorry to say that, my friend. Like, I hope it's not stressful. And you're gonna be called to sort of balance that. Like, recognize that some of the anxiety you might actually have physical anxiety in your body. Like, your heart will do stuff. Like, I've got one of these like Fitbit watches, and sometimes I'll be like, why was my heart doing that? Like, I was sitting down. Like, you're gonna start having some visions of something, and it's gonna feel, I'm hearing, take it seriously. It's actually like really important messages from God or from like your guides, and it's gonna come in the form of like stress. Like, I've been watching that show Stranger Things, and it's like really stressful, but it's like wholesome, and you know things are gonna work out in the end. At the very end of this timeline, if we're looking linearly, we've got the Magician. And the Magician is all about manifesting what you want. So I'm hearing that like you're going to have to integrate your trauma to learn how to manifest like what you really want, and balance the nightmares. I'm hearing like it's very strong that some of you guys might end up getting psychic visions that are a little uncomfortable. And I'm being told to tell you that they are not real. Like they're real, but they're not. Like, they can't hurt you if you act on them, is the message. Like, this is a gift. If you wake up like in a cold sweat one night at 3 a.m. because you had a monster dream, it was actually telling you what to avoid. And it's because you have psychic ability. And I'm hearing to come back to Temperance, like, work on that. It doesn't have to be stressful. A lot of us who are developing those skills get stressed out when we feel things. but they are often messages to protect us. Do we want to pull some more cards? I'm hearing be careful with, well, I don't know. For some, be careful with psychedelics or things that are illusory. For others, use the dream state to your advantage, but I don't know, sometimes this card makes me nervous. I would like you to stay grounded in the here and now. Any other messages? What is this about overall? There's a shift in your social accoutrement, I'm hearing. A shift in how you connect to others, how you see yourself. World. Do I want to pull more cards? Here, I'm going to take a little sip of water while we reflect. Okay, switch decks in here. But at the heart of this for you is temperance. Okay. Yeah. Anything else we need to say to these guys? Advice? There is no advice. Why is there no advice? The Fool, I guess, they're saying just roll with it. They want you to embark. I'm hearing embark as if this is still possible for you, this happily ever after. There was an innocence and a confidence you may have had in the past that was disrupted by these visions. And I'm hearing, if you look at the Fool, like, does this look like a traumatized person to you? Of course not. Like, if you think of, like, silly kids when they're, like, playing, that have never seen anything scary before, they're innocent, they're unworried. I'm hearing you must act like this in your life, even if you know better, even if you've kind of seen some stuff before. Okay. There's also the Wheel of Fortune we haven't talked about. There's a few other cards. Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune's coming up to discuss a bit here. All of this energy, like I said, it's non-linear. When I was pulling them out, I wasn't thinking past, present, future. Usually we read that way. But there's a weird, like a karmic spinning going on where things in the past that were good or bad, like traumas from years ago even, and also like light and like loving good thing, not light, but like positive, yeah, the sun here, like positive things. I'm hearing in your future, should you work with this energy of, yeah, letting go and having hope. Okay, and then this Knight of Cups is popping again, almost like in very positive energy, so it's really interesting. I'm hearing you're gonna have to be patient with people offering things to you that you know are imperfect or even impractical for your life now. You've gained so much wisdom that you can't tolerate the shallows. You can't handle it. And I don't mean that like it's like if you have been through like a PhD program or MK Ultra or like, I don't know, I'm just thinking of like random stuff like trauma, and then you're like on a date and they want to talk about the weather and you're like, oh my God, or they want to talk about like something shallow and you're just gonna like glaze over and check out. I'm hearing you are the High Priestess now, and you're going to end up being like liminal between worlds where like it's okay to have fun and it's okay to deal with people in the shallows, even if you know that about yourself, that like you're never going to give a damn about that stuff anymore. You've been through too much. You've felt harshness in your life and you've had to be strong in ways where people offering you stuff that's like, oh man, I hate the word like half-assed, or like I'm trying to choose my words carefully. I'm trying to be more positive because I don't want to stress people out. And sometimes like the energy's lighter than like the words I feel like using. But I'm just hearing like run through life like the Fool. I'm hearing like speed run stuff, have fun. you know, go out, go party or whatever, go trick-or-treating, go to the gym, go have a good time, socialize, even allow yourself to enjoy a compliment from someone that maybe is not exactly what you're hoping for or what you know you deserve. There's a lot of work to be done, my friend. I'm hearing like this temperance is like a big deal. Yeah, it's the center of this whole story is you have I think the big like thesis wisdom is coming out of something serious, or even right now, like politically there's a lot going on just in the atmosphere. You're gonna have to live as if life is normal, my friend. And what I mean by that is you might be making big moves, you might be praying for stuff or doing even like spiritual spellcraft work that's really intense, and then someone's like, hey, do you want to go to a pool party? Like, can you watch my niece on Tuesday for, you know, $30 an hour? And you're like, yeah, sure. Like, hey, let's get our nails done, you know, come on a date with me. For some of you, this is like a partner, a lover that has no idea what you have seen and gone through. They don't know how powerful you are. So it feels a bit like a mixed match. I mean, some of you really want to be seen, but like that's not where we're at right now in your story, in your life. We're looking at, I'm like kind of playing along. Is there anything else? And I don't mean that in a bad way. It's like, you know, if you've been heartbroken before and your friend is like, you've been inside too much, we're going to a party, you know, like it's like that. Or if, you know, maybe you're burnt out at work, but you got meetings to go to, you got to do stuff. And it's not as uncomfortable as that sound. Like sometimes it's positive. It's like, hey, like, you know, yeah, you got a lot of work to do, but it's a beach day today. Like, we don't care. So that's the whole energy of this spread I'm seeing is like the waters with you are so deep, and you're doing a lot. You're dealing with a lot of change, growth, spiritual a balancing act I'm hearing. Dreams that were lost for some, or like veered off course and the trajectory was changed. You've also seen some stuff, again, going back to this card, which I said in this context represents like psychic awareness of some, I'm hearing like fucked up shit, guys, sorry for swearing, but like that's how bad it is. Like, again, of my Stranger Things analogy, like there are things in our world that are so dark that only really powerful people know what they are. And I'm hearing you're one of those people, but you're being asked to pretend that you're just like another party kid. Like, that was the word that came to mind. Not necessarily like a party kid, but like somebody that's like, you know, oh yeah, I'm just a classmate, or yeah, I'm just your friendly neighborhood HR person. Ogre came to mind. Why the word ogre? Who's that for? Not in a bad way. It's interesting. Yeah, you're being asked to be really humble and kind of like whatever. Any more? Yeah, so that's your main advice in this cycle is temperance. Let's see. We don't need clarifiers. I feel like this is pretty complete if you need a break, or if, you know, that's the complete thought here is like you are dealing with depths that are a massive expanse, but you're being asked to treat it like, at least move in the world. Like there's a difference between your internal life and the way you move in the world, and you're being told to move in the world like nothing's different, or nothing is deep, even though your internal life is actually crazy deep. Hohonu is a word we use in Hawaiian for that. So I'm going to pull some of these cards just because I made them today. It's like full moon for me. Oh, cute. It's unusual. And I'm just like, let's see how these go. Should I clear this? Just goes. Rebellion. Ooh, interesting. Okay. I want that one. So, peaches. This peaches, when I was making this card, I was thinking about the term peachy keen. I don't know if you've heard that word before. So yeah, again, like that is kind of following that theme of like, keep it peachy, pretend you're peachy, you guys. Like, even bringing peach into your life. Peach is like a very lighthearted, kind of feminine, springtime energy. It's sweet, it's delicious. There's a cute song called Millions of Peaches I kind of like. It's very like lighthearted, and it's also associated in witchcraft with manifestation. So I'm hearing again, like, think of yourself as being peachy and start manifesting these like positive things in your life. Pretend that things are peachy, even if you have nightmares, I'm hearing. Or even if you're feeling like you're a lot deeper than that. That's the advice with that. Things are coming under scrutiny for you as well. The scrutiny card popped up. I love this. This is you being this energy of like, you're using discernment, but you're actually like scrutinizing some stuff. You're judging it in a way that is allowing you to see more clearly and kind of move forward and define yourself a little bit in a more empowering way. There's also ghosts. What is this about, God? There are ghosts for you. I'm hearing like skeletons in your closet. There might be literal ghosts for some people, but like in this context, this is about, I'm hearing like your ancestors and your energy. And for some people, it's like a mental, like ghost in the machine, kind of like, for some people, it might be part of this anxiety energy. What is that? Come on. Some of you have an ancestor that might have had skillful, like, psychic ability, and they're coming through for you, but their way of getting psychic information might be a little anxiety ridden. So I'm hearing like, go ahead and work with that, but it's a little spooky. Nothing wrong with that. It's okay. There might be some karmic stuff going on with your family, a bloodline. Anything else with that? Ghosts. They're helpful. I'm hearing like Casper, like good ghosts, good ghosts. These are not bad ghosts, whatever this is. I'm so funny. Like when I am attuned to energy of like those who have passed on sometimes. That's one of my skill sets as a reader, and a lot of ghosts are really nice. Like it's just like people where like, you know, people might have problems, that doesn't make them bad. You guys actually have like helpful ghosts, I'm hearing. Some of you, they might, please don't be creeped out. If you're open to this, it's for you. If this is not for you, it's not for you. But like you might have like a friendly ghost. Like there are guardian ghosts that like look after homes or churches or spiritual place, temples. I'm hearing like Iolani Palace is very haunted, but it's not in a bad way. It's like protective. And for some of you, it's an ancestor that is like, they might be sending you these visions that are a little bit spooky ooky, but it's because they want you to be mindful of, you know, watch your step. I'm hearing akahele, be careful, you know, like just be kind of like aware of that. Kupuna, again, that's so kupuna is like living ancestors typically. This is a Hawaiian word for elder. So I'm hearing you can talk to your elders. Oh, some of you have an elder that knows who this is. So this is like for some people, not everybody, but somebody has got an ancestor that you know, they might not, some of them don't have a name, I'm hearing. That's for a minority of people, but like your kupuna, if you guys have elders, it might be worth just asking some questions. A lot of them don't know the full story, but they might give you clues. You know, if you have like kupuna you haven't caught up with in a while, I don't know, man, call your grandma, because like she might randomly tell you a story about an ancestor that clears up and gives you clarity about some of your gifts, I'm hearing. The last card we're going to talk about is rebellion. this is really important for you. I'm hearing, and not just you, everybody that is involved in this story for you, all of your, I'm hearing repeated emotional, relational cycles. There's a rebellion happening for everyone. And what I mean by that is like maybe you're learning how to respect yourself more. Maybe you're learning how to live in alignment with your values no matter what people say. So that could be a possibility, yeah. Everyone around you is doing that too in their own way. And I'm hearing Spirit wants you to know that like there's a major shift, like I said, with this Wheel of Fortune. There's like a lot of stuff going on. Moving people's energy, changing dynamics between people, and I'm hearing rebellion is integral for some people in that. For some, it's what is this? We're touching the Page of Pentacles. My cat wants you to know that the rebellion will sometimes come in Page of Pentacles energy. It might look like a youthful transition with respect to your money, even your intellect, your career, what you're up to. I guess we're done talking about rebellion. But again, going to like the Fool idea, these are even like the same color. Like, pretend like you're peachy keen. Pretend like everything's just like whatever. You don't have to lie. You're just being called to sort of like understand that it's like fake it till you make it kind of, or like keep it light. Not everybody has to know. Hey. Not everybody has to know what your internal battles are or what your internal life is. Right, she's biting me. I don't know what that means. Why are you biting me? What's up with that, huh? What's up with that? Okay. So I think I'm going to close out this reading, actually. Maybe that's what that's up. I'm going to give you one wisdom card from my La'au deck I just made. I'm really proud of this, guys. It's not ready for sale yet because I'm working on the guidebook. But these are... I'm so stoked on them. They are like cards that I made to represent different, specifically Hawaiian herbs and medicine herbal medicines and symbolic plants. So we'll go ahead and just pick one. I think we'll just do one that is special for you. Maybe for like wisdom, a wisdom message, or like an energy you can embody for this cycle that will help you. This one? Okay, Hala, powerful. So Hala is, it is a card related to death. It can be. Hala was planted by our Hawaiian ancestors in places that were, if you see Hala in Hawaii, you know that there was a village there. It's usually a sign of life and community, but it's often associated with transitions between other worlds. People make halale for funerals and graduations. Another thing that's important, wisdom, that one of the first things I was ever taught about like halale in particular is like if anyone gives you a halale when you haven't yet graduated or you're not ready, that's actually like kind of a curse or something. That's how associated with transition, growth, death, renewal, and rebirth Hala is. So other analogies of this might be, I hate to say it, like things that feed on death, like flies, or things that are like birth and renewal and growth, like a nebula. Like nebulas are stars that are born and dying like within the same cloud. So when you look at the seeds of the Hala plant and it falls and it scatters, it brings forth new life, but it very much represents death. So this is kind of our equivalent of the death card in my La'au deck. So I'm calling it Pa'ani Pepa La'au. So it's just like a card game of herbs, because that seems more Hawaiian to me, like how we might phrase that. So yeah, this is a closing of a cycle I'm hearing. And I'm also hearing like you have experienced kind of like, not in a bad way at all. This is all positive stuff overall. It might be difficult, like it's not easy, but it's really good for you. It's kind of like a good workout for your soul. You have experienced a spiritual death of sorts, or a spiritual rebirth. And it's pretty heavy energy, actually. Like, I think I identified a few things that there's a lot of swords. For some people, there might be a little bit of an energy of like, I don't know, like depression or standoffishness even, that you're like still integrating. But I'm also hearing in the same breath to like kind of move as if everything's kind of like good and the same. There's an old Buddhist saying, it's like before enlightenment, chop wood, haul water. After enlightenment, chop wood, haul water. And what it means is like, whatever spiritual elevations, or in Buddhism it's called like Buddha mind or Christ mind, like you could have like a big enlightenment situation happen in your life, and then you just go to work the next day and pretend like life is the same, because this is a symbolic world, right? So you can graduate spiritually and level up in this like massive way that is really deep and intense, and then spirit's asking you to act like nothing about it. Like just go play, go party, go like be silly, live your life. Have a good sense of humor, I'm hearing, is important at this time, to keep it light. It doesn't mean that you don't go to therapy and talk about your dark stuff if you're working on it, but when you're on the bus, at the bus stop, chatting with people, or if you have a child you're talking with, you can talk about the daisies and the sunflowers and what their favorite TV show is. You don't have to be in the primordial darkness intensity that spirit wants you to validate, that's like what you're in right now. So that's your message for the month. I hope it was helpful for somebody. I also do personal readings. I will never reach out to anybody. I will only offer personal readings on my website, which is kind of in limbo. If you need one right now, if you get this like immediately, you can leave a comment, but probably by the time you see this, the website should be up. But I will never reach out to anybody. This is this channel and the one that is linked, Pohina Apothecary, are my only channels associated to this brand. And you can get a personal reading specifically through that. We have to say that as tarot readers. Also, if anything isn't for you, as a listener of Collective Tarot, it's very important to practice that discernment, because you are your best intuition always, and that will guide you through this. So I hope that's helpful for somebody out there. Please like, share, and subscribe if this was helpful to you. Leave a comment. If anything resonated, what was your favorite card? Maybe tell me if there was a situation that was related to this, and there's details you want to share. I would love to hear it, and we will see you next time. Take care.